Why the F-Series M3 and M4 are going to skyrocket in price and why you should buy one before it's too late. This car has so many things and features which will be in high demand in future. Everybody is ignoring what's coming up because of their rose-colored glasses. So you better get in, buckle up, get yourself a sausage because I got some sauce for you. Hello tuning friends, I'm Furki, your master mechanic from Austria. So I'm telling you 9 reasons why the F-Series M3 and M4 are going to explode in price. And I can predict things on cars that others can't. That's how I've always been driving nice cars without digging deep into my pockets. And for the ones sticking to the end, I got some bonus sauce for you. So let's dive in. So the first thing is the design of the M's peaked in this generation. Like if you compare all the M models together, like the E30, E36 and all, they are like all in the same line. They have all something in their own that makes them beautiful. But I don't know what BMW thought about this while making the G-Series. The awkward grille they put on this car is destroying the design of this car completely. So I think the design has peaked on the F-Series and that's one of the reasons why this car is gonna skyrocket in price. And let's see it this way. If a design is really good, always becomes clear later on. Imagine it like this, like a Dacia Sandero. When this car is coming out newly, new and fresh, shiny, and if it's the first time you're seeing this car, you're gonna think it's beautiful, yes. But after it's getting a little bit older, then the car is starting to show its real face. We can all agree that the Dacia Sandero is a really ugly car. So I'm not saying that the G-Series is so ugly, but I think that we're gonna see that effect on that. So when this car is getting old, we're gonna see his real face, and I don't think that this one has good chances. I can say about the F-Series, we all agree that the design is looking good. So the second point is the engine. A lot of you think about the crank-up when we're talking about S55, but don't forget the other things. Like compare it to the E92. The E92 had a V8 in it with 420 horsepower. And if you compare it to the M3 F-Series, which only has 10 horsepower more, this car feels so much more powerful than the V8 because it has turbos in it. Turbos always feel like a lot of power, even if in reality it's not, but it gives you the feeling. So this is something that's really nice about this car. And the F-Series M is like the first one who got turbos in it. That's something I love about this car. So let's keep on comparing. All the other M models always had these problems with the bearing shells or throttle actuators and stuff like that. And these were like really expensive repairs. You don't have that stuff on the S55. The S55 has only the problem with the crank-up. But in my opinion, the crank-up isn't really a problem because what a lot of people are understanding wrong is the crank-up issue. Wait, let me explain it on this. Let's say this is the crankshaft and this is our pulley. The problem is why this is slipping, the speed of rotation is changing so fastly. So this can't keep up with it and so the bolt is gonna be slipping off. This doesn't come with power. The problem is the gearbox. If you're doing some software upgrades on the gearbox, it's gonna be shifting faster. And that faster shifting changes the revving of the crankshaft so fast that some serious engine damage can occur. If you're avoiding that, I don't think that that's gonna be happening. So beside of that, there's nothing you can really point out on this engine where there are significant weak points. So this is definitely a big plus, especially compared to the older engines. And then the third thing, modifying the ECU. That has never been so easy in any other car than on this F-Series. You're just plugging in the MHD, connecting your phone, and that's it. It only takes some minutes that you got a software on it. You also have this on the S58, on the G-Series, but the problem is you have to send your ECU to Finland so they can unlock it so that you can put your MHD on it to modify it. Point number 4. The F-Series M3 and M4 don't need a lot of maintenance, not only on the engine, also on the car itself. If you're doing like the standard maintenance, like changing the oils and stuff, you're not gonna be having a lot of issues. We can compare this to other models. And also, if you want to do some repairs on the car, like on the suspension or anything that needs to be disassembled, it's really easy to do on this car, especially if you compare it to the older models. Then we're getting to point number 5. This is one of the most important parts, because this is the part where old and new are meeting together. It's the interior. The best thing about this interior is you have a car with a lot of buttons, touch screens, and a mix of analog and digital cluster at the same time. So this is the last car and the only car where you have both together in one. if you're a new generation car, you're gonna be happy about it. And if you're an old generation car, you're gonna be happy about it. It's like making everyone happy. Nobody has to do some compromise. We are all happy together. And don't forget, you have a real handbrake in this car, like a real lever, not a button like on the new ones. This is a button you don't want to have. So let's get to the next important point. The F-Series M is very light in weight. I mean like really, really very light for its age. Because, wait, let me ask ChatGPT what it's saying, then you can see what I mean. Like the F80 got 1,595 kilos. That's really lightweight for a car like that. And the E90 is slightly heavier. And if you compare to the E46, it's almost the same. We're talking about 10-20 kilos here around this section. And then is like the E36, which already was weighing 1,460 kilogram, and the E30 with 1,200. Now, see what I'm talking about. The G80 got 1,780 kilograms. That's really a lot. That's a really big jump. We're talking about 200 kilos. So the F-Series is really a big exception when we talk about the weight of the car. This is the big plus the F-Series is having. Point number 7. Now listen, every M model in history was the cheapest when it was about 8 to 10 years old. And now we're exactly in that time phase. So this is one indicator that's giving us the signal that this car is not gonna get any cheaper now. Beside of that, inflation was messing around for the last years, but let's don't talk about politics. We don't like that stuff. Point number 8, when we're talking about politics. The F-Series was the first generation to get flaps in the exhaust system, so you can switch from loud to quiet. And this was the last one which had no OPFs. Only the last generation F-Series had an OPF, but you don't want to buy that. Just don't do it. And of course, you know, the OPF was invented because of politics. There is no other reason. I don't want to dive more deeply into this topic because... Now, the last point, point number 9, before we're going to the bonus sauce. This is something that can't be described. This is only something people know when they have driven this car. The feeling of driving this car is so amazing. Sitting in this car, feeling the steering and everything in this car is just something for its own. You have to drive yourself one so you can experience this. I can't describe you this, it's not possible. But if you want to know what I mean by this, let's compare to the G-Series. The G-Series doesn't give you this feeling. Maybe it's because of the weight, because of the transmission or whatever. I can't describe it, but everybody who has been driving a G-Series and an F-Series M knows exactly what I mean. Just take an example of Schäfchen, you know, OG Schäfchen from Austria. He's only 100 kilometers away from me. He had an F80 first, then he bought an G80. After he has been driving both, he switched back to the F80. So this is something I think more than only Schäfchen are gonna do. Every BMW was always getting better and better. But the F-Series was like the real top. I hope you know what I mean. So let's skip to my last part, the bonus sauce. I already gave you the Big Mac sauce, and now I'm giving you the rusty sauce. No, jokes beside. My bonus sauce I'm giving you. If you're really thinking of buying an F-Series M, I think the F80 is gonna be exploding in prices more than the F82 or the F83. And the most important thing is manual drive. It's not that a lot of people want manual, but there's less supply than demand for manual cars. So if someone is gonna be looking out for a manual, he's gonna buy a manual, and no matter what it's gonna cost. So this is my bonus sauce for you. If you really want to buy this car, no matter if you wanna buy it because you're passionate about it or you wanna make some profit, these are my tips I want to give you. So I hope I could make you smarter in this topic, and wish you good luck if you're willing to buy one. And I'm curious how this video is gonna age. Just for the future people who are gonna watch this, we are having the year 2026. The bar is about to start, and the mid-range price of the M3 and M4 in Austria are actually about 50,000 euros. So let's see. And don't forget to make your own researches before buying one, especially if you're doing it because of reasons for profit. I am Furki, your car guy, and normally I'm doing another kind of car content. If you wanna know what I'm usually doing, go to my channel page and check out for more. Or you can click on this video to keep engaging with me. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.